Hey guys, Big Red 310s here again with a very quick video. I want to see if I make a video under 5 minutes, more people will watch just because it's under 5 minutes. So let's see. Before I get to the topic of the video, the interview series. The interview with Brandon went really well. The interview with Eric went really well. Go watch both those shows down there. They were both really, really good. I'm doing the show with LV5454 on Thursday. 7 questions to the inbox. I've already got a lot of questions, but I want more because I really want as many questions as possible. And finally, people have asked me, am I going to make the show into an MP3? Am I going to make it into a blog talk radio or a podcast? Really, I don't feel it's worth it. I'm not saying it's a lot of work because it's not, but it's unnecessary work. Like, I have to do all that when you can just watch it on YouTube. In my opinion, it's not really necessary. Why do I need to make it into an MP3? So you guys can listen to it while you work out, while you drive your car. Just go to your phone and go to the YouTube and click it. I just don't feel that making it an MP3 is really worth it. I mean, it's just like I said, it's not really a lot of work, but it's unnecessary work in my opinion. When you can just watch it on YouTube, it's just easier for me and for everybody involved. Yes, I know I have audio problems. I'm working on it, okay? And yeah, let's get to the video. Comedy in wrestling. Oh, also follow me on Twitter if you're not already. Comedy in wrestling. Really, for me at least, I've wanted to talk about this for a long time. It's mainly, and I want to talk about it more now because Jim Cornette this is the rumor. The rumor is that the reason that Colt Cabana is not with Ring of Honor anymore is not because of the WWE deal. It's because it was either Jim Cornette or another Sinclair exec made the phrase, funny does not equal money. And because of that, they felt Cabana was not worth the time. That's the rumor. And that really upset me because completely besides the issue of comedy and wrestling, I think Cabana has a lot to contribute to a company like Ring of Honor. And they could have used him in so many ways, but I think they blew it. But as far as comedy and wrestling goes, I do think it's almost important for a promotion to have that. I do think that in order for a promotion to feel different, it needs some sort of variety. It needs some sort of comic relief. I'm not saying it has to be this comedy show, but I feel just a small character like that doesn't like, you don't have to take it to the level of Santino and take it like completely over the top. Or no, Santino's not over the top. Eric Young is over the top. But a small, like, mid-card character that just makes his matches a little more entertaining. It makes them stand out from all the other matches. I think that's important, especially in a company like Ring of Honor where a lot of people think all the matches go the same way. I feel it was very important to have a guy like Colt Cabana whose matches are completely different. And I think in most wrestling promotions, I think they very much underutilize the importance of comedy in wrestling. I mean, Chikara at one point did too much, and they don't anymore. Now they're much more serious. But they still have their comedy because that's what got them popular. I do think that, I'm not saying every show needs one, and I'm definitely saying that not every match needs one. But I think, it's not bad to have a wrestler like that on your roster. So I just wanted to ask you guys what you felt about comedy in wrestling. Because I understand that some people, they must think like, ew, comedy in wrestling. No, I don't want that in my wrestling. If you don't, fine, say so. If you do think it's important, say so. If you think that it's not really important, but it could be useful, say so. I'm just curious to hear your opinion on this. And like I said, I'm doing a show with LV on Thursday. Send me the questions. I will try to keep that one under 40 minutes. Because I know if I go over 40 minutes, people get upset. And apparently when I go over 50 minutes, people get upset. Although I will say this. I did get a lot of negative comments. Not a lot, some. Some negative comments on the Brandon video that I went too long. And one of the guys that made that comment then watched it. And then made the comment that the interview was great. So take that for what you will. So yeah, we'll do the interview on Thursday. Send me my questions. Follow me on Twitter. Watch the shows with Brandon and Eric down there. And I'm just curious, what do you guys think about this? Do you think comedy is important or not? Because I think it is kind of important. I think it's very underrated in wrestling. And, especially like you can have comedy matches without comedy wrestlers. Like Claudio and Icarus. And now Icarus is kind of a comedy wrestler, but not really. They had a really funny match at Young Lions Cup because they were both heels and they both exaggerated that. Same thing with the House of Truth and the All Night Express a while back in Ring of Honor. I don't know, it was Austin Aries, the All Night Express versus the House of Truth and Roderick Strong. That match was hilarious in the beginning because they were all heels. None of those guys are really comedy wrestlers. They just made the match funny. I'm not saying all matches need to have comedy, but they could be used. Some comedy tactics at some start of the match can be. So look how popular El Generico is in his work. Look how popular Santino was in the WWE. Well, no one gets popular in TNA, so they don't count. So I'm just curious, what are you guys' thoughts? Like I said, send me questions. Check out the interviews. Follow me on Twitter. Let me get you 10. Bye, guys.